Hey everybody, this is part 2. I hope you check out the first part that I made of some Beatles haul that I got from my record store right after a woman who was in her 60s was selling off her collection from a long time. And I was able to get some good picks out of there, the first come, first served. Here's the rest of them that I found so far. There's still more at the store waiting for me, I think. This is Unfinished Music number 2, Life with the Lions, John and Yoko. This is cover picture's always a heart-rendering picture of Yoko in the hospital when she suffered a miscarriage, and there's John in a sleeping bag by her side. And the back cover has the two of them when they were arrested. I'm not really much on listening to these experimental albums from John and Yoko, but as a completist I like to have it. This is a Japanese pressing, by the way. I had this back in my original Beatles collection from the old days. Mine had the Obi strip on it. This one's missing its Obi strip. But as Robert Z knows, and a lot of you out there, vinyl records really sound great when they're from Japan. That's like probably the best pressings you can get. And here's an insert at least, which is nice. This is the front. The back has a picture of John. And inside so it's nice to have that back again. I don't have that in my collection in any form up until now. Here's a George Harrison album that I got from the collection. I had this album already a couple of times. This is my third copy, I think. I got this because it really has a nice cellophane on it, and I'm always going to buy copies if they're cheap enough, which this was, where you can get cellophane. And in this case, Corvette sticker, a store I used to go to, EJ Corvettes, and there it is, F. That's the sales guide. F is a certain price. Instead of putting a price on, I used to put letter codes on there. Okay, and now I got a 3 from Ringo. Interesting. This is the 1978 Bad Boy album, which was only $5. I had this album a couple of times also, but I'm upgrading, so that leaves free another one for a Beatles giveaway contest or something. I got this one because it says contains songs from the hit TV special Ringo, which was a 1978 special that Ringo did, which is really cute and funny and has some music in it. And this is the best way I've ever seen this album condition-wise. So, very good to have an upgrade. Now here's maybe a first, certainly a first for me. This is an album that I had to be careful of because it might be offensive to some younger viewers, but I took care of that. I made sure I censored it a little bit. It's an album bootleg from Ringo that I used to have this album too back in the early days, and I'm glad to get it back, called Down and Out. Ringo has a B-side to the song Photograph called Down and Out. This was a play on that. This one's called Down and Out? Question mark. And if you look at the women there, I put dots over because the women are topless. And I made sure the offensive areas, and you young kids out there, I made sure I covered up, the certain areas. So, I love this cover. It's worth it for the cover alone. I bought this album originally at a flea market in 1980 when I was a teenager, and I never saw it since. I sold it off years ago, and now I got it back. A nice little cartoon picture of Ringo there in the corner. This has a lot of the songs from the album I just showed, Ringo's TV special, from 1978 and some other stuff. And I thought I'll pull these stickers off as soon as I finish this video. But anyway, here's a really interesting find. It's really mostly Harry Nilsson, I guess you would say. I don't know. It's Ringo and Harry Nilsson, really. It's a soundtrack album to the movie Son of Dracula, which is not a great movie, but I thought it had some decent music in it here and there. And there's Harry Nilsson playing the vampire. Count Down. Count Down. And what's really cool about this is the cardboard opens up like bat wings. Like a vampire bat. And there's a lot of good horror movie pictures here. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big fan of horror movies, and there we have some monster stuff going on. And in the middle we have Ringo there with the beard as the character of Merlin that he plays in this. And we got some other stuff here. We got a mummy, I think, and very, very cool. Very cool, very cool. I like this, or does it go like that? Here's the back cover. And inside this album, we had this little baggie. And inside the baggie is an iron-on decal. Look at that. It's an iron-on, which I'm not going to iron on, by the way. I'm going to keep it just as is. Very cool. Okay. Well, that's it for... I'm not done with the video, but that's the end of the batch from this woman's collection. Here's some Beatles stuff that I was going to show you when I had enough. This has nothing to do with what I got recently. But I do have to go back to the store. Hold on a minute. I do have to go back to the store because I do believe there's going to be more of her stuff being priced over there. But here's what I got recently. I got this from... don't remember where I got this, actually. I think it was from my regular record store. It's a promotional 45 for Paul McCartney's Take It Away. And Take It Away is on both sides. And both sides are in stereo. There's no stereo in mono. Now, I talked about another video about this album. This is Electronic Sound. It's a George Harrison album. It's very hard to come by. I got this at my flea market that's open every Sunday. It's in pretty good shape. The record's in good shape too. It's on the unusual Zapple label right there in the corner. Zapple. And the guy wanted $50 for this, and I wasn't going to pay $50 for this album. I managed to get him down considerably, which I'm not much of a haggler, but he actually made the offer. I said, gee, I'd like to buy this, but, and he said, okay, how about if I, blah, 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 and he reduced it, so I was able to get it. And in case you missed it, that woman's collection I was telling you about, she had 2 copies of the album sealed, which probably go for a couple $100. Here's an album yesterday and today. I bought this because it's a kind of clean cover. I have this album already, but this is the cleanest cover of this I've ever seen, really. It's an original mono pressing, and I don't usually come across clean versions of this. And the last one I'm going to show here was something I found. I passed this up for a long time. You know, McCartney's Archive series. This is McCartney 2, still sealed. I just found this really cheap. I mean, these things are ridiculously priced. Like $30, $35 usually, and I found this for like, you know, much cheaper than that, and I was able to pick it up and add it to my collection. I'm not sure that I'm going to get all of these. I'd like to have all these archives releases from Paul, but I have to find them at the right price because I just can't pay $35. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I have a feeling I'll have more Beatle updates soon.